Like, I'm not even saying this as a joke, man, but like, you expect this on the news like every night in America. In Japan, that's f***ing crazy. Like, nobody expects this to happen. Dude, that's crazy. You would think this is an anime itself. And it's so rare for this shit to happen that they'll be talking about this for the rest of eternity. And like I said, in like other countries, especially mine, this would happen and you wouldn't hear about it a week later probably. Here, for this to happen, it's like, like I said, I'm not making jokes or anything. This is like as prominent and as talked about as probably like 9/11 in America. It's crazy. And it's a building.
Hey friends, Takideers, and today I wanted to discuss something about an event that I'm sure many of us remember from 2019 when a very famous animation studio, Kyoto Animation, which is responsible for many anime films and anime series that we all know and love, was unfortunately victims at the hands of a man named Shinji Aoba, who...
God damn.
Was an arsonist that went into the studio, poured gasoline, and took the lives of over 36 of its staff members, making this one of, if not the worst mass murder in not only the anime industry, but in Japan's modern history. Now, again, this happened in 2019, and many of you may be wondering, why am I making a video about it so many years later? That is because...
He doesn't look like me, bro. Am I Asian?
As of January 2025, this year, this chapter has been officially closed.
2025, Kyoto arsonist death sentence finalized. Listen, man, I'm gonna say a hot take, all right? A hot take. This is in my world, right? Let's say I ran the world. Let's say I was God. After he did that, I would have just hung him. And I know what people will say, like, oh, let him rot in prison. No, I don't even want to know he exists. Just get him out of here. Just get him off the world. We don't need that energy. We don't need that, bro. Just kill him.
Between the arsonist and...
That's how I feel about a lot of these tourists that come to Japan and disturb the public. I'm like, just kill them.
Some people that were around the case. So let's just go into the very beginning with Shinji Aoba and what drove him to do what he did. So Shinji Aoba was a crazed otaku who was obsessed with anime. And he submitted a novel.
What anime was he obsessed with?
To a competition that is run by Kyoto Animation, where they look for several people all around Japan to submit novels and to submit ideas that could potentially...
I wasn't going to say it, but you guys said it. Kyoto Animation arsonist sent more than one novel to company as part of annual writing contest. Oh my god. Bro, there's crazy people in this world. Dude, crazy. I talk about this with my girl like every night, and we watch like videos about crazy shit that happens in this world, and I'm like she watches a lot of crime shit, and I'm like one family was living in a house with their babies, and the babies would smear shit on the walls, and they would shit on the floor, and the parents wouldn't even clean it up. They just, you know what I mean? And I'm like, what is in these people's heads? Like, I swear to God, we need vigilantes in this world to, like, do a natural selection for us. There's some crazy people out there.
Now, cut to, an anime comes out called Tsurune, and
I think saying mental disorder is giving them an excuse. And I know you're not giving them an excuse, but saying they have a mental disorder says they have a reason that they cannot help for doing this. Everybody has control.
I personally have never seen this anime, but there's apparently a scene that is about 2 minutes and 25 seconds long where there are two characters at a grocery store buying discounted meat. Now, when I first saw this scene, to be honest, there's not really anything in this scene that stuck out to me. It's really just two kids that are buying discounted meat, and it's a very basic kind of conversation that doesn't last very long in the anime, and it's actually very forgettable. But unfortunately, the man
Sorry, I don't like commenting on people's looks, but this is one of the ugliest looking people I've seen in this world. He looks like a creature you'd find in like Elden Ring or something.
Shinji Alba would disagree heavily. He was convinced that this specific scene was taken from his anime, which infuriated him so much that he wanted to take out his frustrations and resentment on Kyoto Animation and everyone in it. Now, this next part will go into the graphic detail of what happens. Alba buys 40 liters of gasoline from a gas station a few days before the attack.
You let the man walk away with it? Like, what?
He rents a car to transport the gasoline in 2 large containers.
What did he explain what the gasoline was for?
He bought lighters and kitchen knives, which were possibly used for self-defense or further attacks. Alba arrived at Kyoto Animation Studio 1. He forced his way through the front entrance where many employees were working. Upon entering, he shouted the word "die" and started pouring gasoline around the lobby. Alba ignited the gasoline using a lighter. The gasoline vaporized rapidly, causing a fireball explosion and engulfed the entire first floor almost instantly. The fire spread up the stairwell due to the chimney effect, trapping many employees on the upper floors. Many employees tried to run upstairs.
Dude, it's so crazy to me. Like, these people went into the studio that day, like, just doing their passion drawing and shit, telling stories, trying to put together their next work, and then they just burn alive. Like, what the world do we live in, man? I don't know. I don't know how this happens.
But got trapped.
How does somebody like this exist?
Due to the rapid spread of fire and smoke. 36 people.
Was there no security? It's Japan. A lot of places don't have security, bro. There's places where you could literally, they sell stuff, but nobody works there. They just trust that you're going to pay for that. You could just take something and walk out. Like, it's, you know what I mean? Yeah, Japan's supposed to be safe. Like, we went to a store in Japan where there was literally no receptionist. There's nobody working there. And I bought like a bag of chips. I wasn't going to walk out with that shit. Maybe in New York, you know, I used to do that when I was a kid. But not in Japan. I'm not going to do that as an adult.
He was arrested after months of medical treatment and later sentenced.
I wouldn't treat him. What the f***? Let him burn. Let him suffer. Holy shit. I'd put him in a medical bed, and start poking at his wounds. Why are we caring for him? There's no explanation for this shit. Why put him on the stand? Well, what is he going to explain? The newspaper stated that according to investigative sources, the suspect told police that he started the fire because he alleges Kyoto Animation stole his novel. Hata stated on Saturday that he has never heard the suspect's name before, and no one by the suspect's name has submitted a novel to the company. Kyoto Animation solicits drafts of novels as part of its Kyoto Animation Awards program. Bro, what?
Also, in 2020, Kyoto Animation made a statement regarding the writing contest and how it would be put off for the time being. But since then, there hasn't been any signs that it's going to be held again. However, Kyoto Animation still has a
I wouldn't hold that shit again. You don't know how many crazy people this guy probably, like, woke up.
Long and drawn out trial due to also the treatment.
Nah, I take that back. I don't think you should stop the contest. I think one day they should bring it back. You know, they should bring it back one day and just have fucking security, bro. I think it's different now. I don't think it would happen again today. I mean, anything could happen on any day, but I think, like, they'd be well more equipped. And this was literally one bad apple in a country, like, I don't know, like, how often did this happen? It never happens. Dude, imagine being this doctor operating on him, knowing what this guy just did. It's like if Diddy pulls up into the fucking hospital with like a stab wound and he's bleeding out. I wouldn't save him.
思ったら、まあやっぱりそうだった。犠牲になられた方、それとご家族と被害に遭われた方とそのご家族のためには、まあ死に逃げさせてはいけないっていう、もうその思い。
We absolutely must not let him escape death.
強くって、もう絶対容疑者を死なしちゃいけないっていう、まあもうそれだけです。
Alba underwent multiple skin graft surgeries and under treatment for around 4 months. Dr. Ueda visited him every few months for treatments.
I think a guy walking into an animation studio and burning it down and screaming, die, 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 I don't think there's any reason to keep him alive and question him. I don't unless you're questioning him to see if he's part of like a clan or something of people that are like this. So I guess that could be a direction they want to go in to figure out like, oh, is there more people like this that this guy's in touch with or something? That's the only possible like reasoning I can think of. But other than that, I'm like, just the guy. I am like blown away by this. This is a crazy situation, man. This is about anime, bro. Anime. And I don't mean to like diminish animes as an art, but it's about fucking drawings that this happened, that a building was burned down and like a bunch of people died and burned alive and they're dead because of drawings. It should never get to this point. But some people in this world are twisted and should not have a voice. They should not have the freedom to say and do whatever the they want, bro. I'm serious. There's some people in this art form in anime that are so up in the head, dude.
You mentioned hesitating before committing the crime and feeling pains of conscience. Did you not think about the victims at all?
My mind was entirely consumed with my own 10 years of suffering.
Oh, boo-hoo! Boo fucking who? Bro, there's kids in the world that they just woke up to have breakfast and a fucking missile drops on their house. Boo-hoo! You had 10 years of suffering? Boo-hoo! You little fucking baby What a piece of shit. Boo-hoo. Fucking loser, bro. I hate people like this. I hate people like this. It's like the guy that abuses his girlfriend because his father did it to his mom back in the past and they say, oh, it's generational. Fuck that. You're grown enough to have your own mind and thought process not to do that, bro. I like shit, man. Shit's happened to me in my life. I've been cheated on. I've been like abused and shit. Does that make me a cheater and abuser? No, because I'm not a pussy.
放火殺人事件の裁判で京都地裁は先ほど青葉真司被告に対し死刑判決を言い渡しました。
To not do what he did and commit this heinous crime. I'm really glad that justice actually was served here. And as for the victims' families, I really do hope that they have found some peace in this world through all of this. And I also praise Kyoto Anime.
Nah, I'm gonna be serious. I'm a different person. I'm different, bro. If this happened to anyone in my life that I'm close with, I'd be hateful for the rest of my life. I'd be a lot of things. A lot of negative things, bro. I'm never finding peace. I'm not finding peace even if I find the person and I torture them in my basement. I don't think that's gonna give me peace, bro. What'll bring me peace if the person comes back. That's the only peace. Or when I die and I'm with that person. There is no peace. I'm never gonna find peace even if this person got justice. Nah, there is no peace.
そうか、この手のひらにあるものが心か。